the Sugar Bowl. And I think this has potential from a bet standpoint to be a trap game. As Alabama's favored by 3 points. The FPI has them at 72% favorite, and the over/under is 54. But Alabama might be without some players for the game. I'm not entirely sure who's going to play and who's not going to play. Between the transfer portal and players declaring from the draft, it's been a little bit more hectic than usual. So closer to the game, we'll start finding out who's going to play and who's not going to play. And if you take out the likes of Bryce Young and you take out Will Anderson on the defensive line, plus Alabama's had numerous receivers jump in the transfer portal. I know Trayshawn Hold's been one of them, and there's been some more. That's going to make it tough for Alabama, even if they're got more talent on paper than Kansas State. It's still when you don't have that continuity there. Alabama's kind of knock all year has been they haven't been as disciplined team as Nick Saban likes me. I remember against that Tennessee game. Tennessee was just gashing them down the field. Like players are just wide open scoring. You're talking about Tennessee that doesn't really get that 5-star talent just yet. Josh Heupel's got a good scheme over there. Hendon Hooker's good, but those receivers are just beating out, those Alabama defenders by a mile on some of them, and it was just amazing. And I think that Alabama, has a lot to clean up this year. It's not one of the more better Alabama teams. That was a case there at the end for Alabama and TCU. Who was going to go, who was going to stay. But I think they probably got it right. Alabama's not the same Alabama team that we've grown accustomed to. And I think Kansas State's, that team that's kind of got the hot hand right now. They got Will Howard and Adrian Martinez. And if both of them can play in the game, Adrian Martinez could certainly make life difficult in Alabama. He's got a lot of mobility. And, Will Howard's very good with the football. Only 2 interceptions all year, 15 touchdown passes. But this team loves to run the football. Deuce Vaughn's very good running back. And like I said, Adrian Martinez, can got 15 yards on the ground. And then Giddens is certainly a capable backup. And I thought in that TCU game they played really well. The first time the two teams played, Kansas State was actually up 28-10 and lost the game. But the second time around they made sure they didn't let the lead slip away. They had to go to overtime, but they got the job done. And if most of Kansas State's players playing the game, especially somebody like a Deuce Vaughn, it's going to certainly make life easier for Kansas State. So you don't know who's going to play for Alabama really, and I think Kansas State you probably got more known commodity amongst who's going to play. So I won't be shocked if Kansas State pulls the upset here. From a bet standpoint, it might be one of those you just want to watch the game, or I wouldn't go bet the house on the game. Just bet maybe a small amount of money, but I think Kansas State certainly has a legitimate chance in this game, and I think the Vegas odds kind of say so by having Alabama's only a 3-point favorite, even though the FPI has Alabama at 72%. If you want to play anything, if Ty Simpson could potentially get the start for Alabama, he's a highly rated 5-star. If he could, some of the younger players should generate some life in the Alabama team. I certainly see this over under 54 potentially, passing that. So maybe from that standpoint, you want to try to play that angle. But from a win perspective, I think Alabama's definitely vulnerable. But thanks for watching, guys. Plenty more.